Greetings, friends, and welcome. I humbly invite you to join me in the pitch dark theater of your imagination and imagine a world in which my fictional literary character, hitherto known as the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, aka Mr. Zed, is a successful full-time live stream content creator that was a early adopter and practically invented the genre back in 1969 instead of whenever it actually happened here in your universe. Imagine that I have a radio license to play whatever music I want. So when I make a personal recommendation of real life music, like if you've never heard Dave Brubeck's album by the name of Together Again for the Very First Time, you really should, as far as I'm concerned. And if I could, I would drop the needle on that record for y'all right now. But since I can't, I just invite you to imagine it and or look it up for yourself and play it for your own edification. And yes, that is a real word. Buy a dictionary. Read it. Welcome, friends. Please stand by. Oh, here's another real-life, honest, genuine, personal recommendation, which you can do right now. Dave Brubeck is a standing one, pin on the corkboard. It's a reference. It's something that I want to write about. I want to reference that album and write a story that's written with each of those tracks as the musical landscape, as it were. And I want to do what Terry Gilliam did with the song Brazil when he created the cinematic experience known as Terry Gilliam's Brazil. Terry Gilliam's Brazil! There's another real, raw, radically genuine, personal, authentic, no one's paying me to endorse that recommendation. Go watch it. If you're wondering why it's still in pitch black mode, it's because we are just getting ready to start this show, and you are joining me in a new experimental way of exploring it. Right now, you have, as a viewer, a listener, a consumer of this video product, a choose your own adventure with 3 possible choices. You can listen to this opening with the music I'm going to play, which is my own branded Discotheque Synthetica, a collaboration between me, myself, and I, and our imaginary sidekick and best invisible friend ever, DJ Zed. Or you can, if you want, go to your favorite music app that you rely on for finding music you want to listen to and look up Dave Brubeck. That might be spelt funny. That might be a name you don't recognize. But look up Dave Brubeck. Give that artist some love. Follow that person on your music app or apps if you're one of those people like me that nerds out and has a couple of them installed at all times. But my go-to is YouTube Music, because even with ads, I can find the album or the track that I want 99.9% of the time. And I can hit play and listen to that. And I'll listen to the ads and gladly let them play. Because if I've chosen an artist specifically, like let's say I want to listen to 2 Joints, and I specifically want to listen to the insert name redacted here version as opposed to the insert name of other artists who did it first here, redacted, then I can. And maybe there'll be an ad, but I know that whoever is making that music possible, like that guy, in theory, that artist, and if it's you, dear artist, are you a local talented artist with a little humble YouTube channel? Do you want me to listen to your music and then talk about it in my totally irrelevant media review podcast episode? Let me know by contacting me at theincorrigiblemrzeppo@gmail.com. All bots and solicitors for paid services will be ignored and or banned. I need to go do a cleanup tour But you can also comment here in this live stream, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it in the archive on YouTube. Comment that eventually does cross my desk. Let me know. Send me a thing. Follow me on all the socials. I'll notice and know if you're a real human being and a real live artist. If you've got your socials together and you follow me on all of your socials and drop me one message saying, I am a human, spelled with a Z. I am a humans artist, right? I want you to do that. If you are a musician and you want me, I'm not going to go and start playing people's music unsolicited, and I'm not going to bug people, but I'm going to put this out there, this vibe, in this deep, dark moment of theatrical imagination. Imagine, dear audience, do you know a musician that wants to have their music featured? I'm down for anything. If I find the music terrible to listen to, I'll play it once and say thank you, but no thank you. If I love the music and you as an artist are giving me permission and it's not going to get me a shadow strike or an outright music violation, and as previously explained, you send me a video that's either a record of you playing back your recording in the video in good sound quality, but you adding if it's pure audio, you can send me a recording of your voice saying, hello, I am, state your artist name, and for the purposes of like if you have a different than artist name, I'm not trying to steal anybody's personal information, but for the purposes of being like you are actually giving me permission, say your first actual person name. Like, I am the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, aka RJ, giving permission to anybody who will responsibly reuse this moment of audio in order to help me find young, undiscovered, talented musical artists that I can feature on my live stream in moments like this. So you can submit those at theincorrigiblemrzeppo@gmail.com. I'm going to go purge that email because right now it's nothing but junk mail and things I auto-subscribe to in order to gain access to stuff or to sign up for a video game and whatnot. Back to the prompt. This is an interactive, use the power of your imagination kind of show. So I want you to really settle in. Maybe even lean back if you can. Focus. Perhaps close your eyes and join me in the deep, dark theater of your imagination. And imagine a world in which you have Dave Brubeck, the album Together Again for the very first time, available to you, or I have it available to me and all the legal disclosure bits needed to play it whenever I want to on my radio station / live stream podcast. And I drop the needle on Dave Brubeck. I can't play it, right? I'll get a music strike. I can talk about it and personally endorse it. So if you want to take the moment to pause right here and explore what that's like, I humbly invite you to, for the next several minutes, while I play my DJ Zed music, to go ahead and go to insert your favorite music app here, dig up the album. If you happen to be looking on YouTube Music, you should be able to find Dave Brubeck's Together Again for the very first time, the complete album playlist, by the actual artist, not by some random third person who's reposting it or uploading, like a not so royalty friendly. Like, the original artist should have it up. Dave Brubeck should have a profile, and you should be able to have all his albums, and you should be able to find this one. Drop the needle, push play on the first track, let the ads play, and go, I'm doing this for Mr. Zeppo and for my own theater of imagination. And then when the ad is over, take a deep breath, close your eyes, sit back, snug, turn up the speakers or turn up the headphones a little bit. Don't blast it too loud. And then just listen to the first track. If you've got the ganja, smoke a bit as you do that. Please and thank you. If you don't want to do that, your options are listen to my DJ Zed music and watch I almost forgot to set up the slideshow. Watch the little slideshow or walk away and lurk until I'm ready, which I just got a little itty bitty bits things to do. And also, it's compulsory. It's traditional on live streams to give an opening bit. So I'm making mine weird, strange, and unusual. usual. And thank you very much for playing along. You are with me in the theater of your imagination. And together we're imagining that you took a moment to listen to Dave Brubeck's album. If you're just coming back from having listened to the first album, awesome. I applaud you. Especially if you did it in the not too distant future because you're catching up on weird episodes and this is like a thing that you caught. I welcome it. What did you think? Tell me all about it. There should be a TikTok video specifically about this. If I remember to say, clip that. There's a third option. Instead of listening to the DJ Zed music I'm going to play, you can if you wanted to, because this is what I was also listening to earlier that made me up. They had me up and wanting to boogie woogie, and I wish I could just play this other artist all the time as my default music. I'm going to play an itty bitty 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 micro blast on my speakers of it, so you know that it's literally sitting on my YouTube. It was playing earlier through my really nice, I cannot pronounce the name of this German speaker product name redacted. Something Cardon, Hedron, Kurdun, Hadron. It's like all those names of Swedish furniture that they poke at in Deadpool, except it's my speaker. It's a really beautiful big round speaker. Whence I turn on the camera, which I will, I promise. We're still in the theater of our imaginations together. When I turn on the speaker, when I turn on the webcam later, you might notice a circle of pitch black floating above my head or sometimes off to the side above on a bookshelf in the corner of the room. That's the Hedron, the Cardon, I can't pronounce it. It sounds good though. Okay, so this artist I'm about to play the tiniest snippet of, in order to avoid infringement, is someone I genuinely admire and respect, who I was already hyping in my last little mini video that if you haven't seen, go check it out. If you like Microsoft Jewel, I'm launching a new micro segment called, I jokingly wanted to call it Microsoft Jewel Grind on the Shitter. Ba-dum-ba-ba-dum-bum. Sorry, I did not mean to bring bathroom humor into it. I'm sorry for invoking that whole range of... Purge those images from your mind. I did not record that clip on the boober. I wasn't in there, I swear. He doth protest too much, but it is comedy. Indeed. Oh, did I switch this down to mono, or is this still speaker? Stereo. If this is stereo, I can do I'm on the left. And I am on the right. I am on the left. And I am on the right. We're going to have to test how that sounds later. Check, check, check. Microphone, check. So, erase. Never mind the potty humor. I dropped something. I dropped my lighter. This old stoner dropped his lighter and forgot everything he was talking about. Oh, right. Real honest, genuine personal recommendation. If white guy, culturally reappropriated, but also epically brilliant, so good it doesn't matter, and he was accepted. And he was also not a racist apparently, or maybe he was. If he was, I'm sorry, and I apologize for endorsing him. If he was, I was not aware. If he was someone who, like Elvis, it turns out, even though we all love him and he's genius and he's whatever, he's Elvis, and a lot of people don't care for Elvis. I'm always on the fence, always. And then I found out that he literally would rip off the talents and the labor, the fruit, the artistic fruit of African artists, like African Black American artists, and then get them blacklisted and then just sort of pretend he never did it. And some people say, no, that's just a crazy conspiracy theory. You can't prove it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't know, dude. But enough about his life is he went from being, ooh, what an interesting, his life is a mess. Either way you slice it. So he's not exactly a role model. Was it awesome that he was a celebrity? Great. Do I idolize celebrities? Fuck no. What did I just say? I said, do I idolize celebrity? F no. I'm trying to keep to the certain... This is labeled for adults only, mostly because I do drop more than one F-bomb on occasion, especially if things get a little crazy in the video game. Speaking of which, welcome to the show. Welcome to the pregame chat lounge session. We are getting to we're going to log into Call of Duty really quick, inappropriately, before we jump into Assassin's Creed Shadows, just to see the opening. Oh, no, I'll save it for later. I always have this tug of war, and so then to decide, I let it play out in my head, and then I forget about what I was thinking about earlier, and I forget about what I was saying. Real life, genuine endorsement. Your third option for music in the theater of your mind. I was literally listening to this earlier on my Harden speaker, beautiful round speaker. We'll go look at it and see what the F it's called. Melodic and progressive mix with Hannah, all caps, Hana, from October 15th, 2024. If I was made of bazillion dollars, and I would look you in the eye on my webcam, except we're doing this theater of the imagination gimmick. Hold on, I forgot to do the echo chamber. We're doing this theater of the imagination gimmick. Welcome. Sorry, that got really loud really fast. You're going to have to deal with it. I am a strange and dynamic, bizarre human being, and we are here doing something in a new fun format, featuring an actual microphone on an almost real and legitimate microphone stand. You'll see it in a minute. For now, just visualize the words coming out of my mouth and exercise the theater of your mind. There's a reason why we're doing this. Please proceed to follow along. Imagine that you went and looked up the title of that song. Hannah Room, all caps, Hannah, Hana, Room. And there's a number. Which one is this? But if you also just Hannah, here it comes. The title is rotating back around on YouTube Music. This is a Hannah Room 192. And I'll just call them that. And I'll give you the full title. But if you type in Hannah Room 192, you'll be listening to exactly this. Okay, I don't know if that's going to get me in trouble or not. That's a fun test. But as I was starting to say earlier, if I had 1/3, which is a small fraction, right? We can agree on that? It is confusing. 1/3 is bigger than 1/4, okay? Because it represents a larger slice of the pie. It's funny how the zero-sum game people who are like, that means less for me, when it doesn't, do not get that 1/3 is bigger than 1/4. Because 1/4 means you slice the same sized object into 4 chunks. And 1/3 means you slice it into 3, which is a smaller number, which means more size of stuff per chunk. But I digress. Forgive that sarcasm. Pin on the corkboard. That's going into the storytelling. Clip that. So, Hannah, progressive mix, October 15th, 2024. It's brilliant. And it just builds from there. That little moment I just let me play a tiny, itty bitty bitty bitty. Please don't. If I had the money, I would hire her right now. I hope I'm not presuming incorrectly the pronouns. I'm not one. Hannah Room 192. Go look it up and listen to the first 4 or 5 minutes of that as I get ready to start this live stream. That's your interactive prompt. You can default to just keep listening. I'm going to play a random assortment of DJ Zed Muzak tracks that me, myself, and I, which is a triumvirate of characters that coexist and cohabitate in one apparent vessel, even though they can do things in different places at different times separate from each other. You only ever see one of them at once because you are a human individual and you can only perceive other entities as human-like individuals, and therefore Mr. Zeppo can only be perceived by human individuals as one person standing in front of them, even if there's a trifecta of them working with individual agency all around them. The others appear to be other people until it is revealed that they are a Zeppo, and then that other Zeppo has to appear as someone else to them once you're focused on, like, Zeppo number 4 or whatever. I digress. Pin on the corkboard. Clip that, Eclipse. Please enjoy DJ Zed and Me, Myself, and I, The Depth Between the Moons, a dark trap, robo rock, discotheque, synthetica music from the literary universe of the Zeppoverse, a trifecta book series of 3-part book series set inside of a book series that has 3 books. Now, you have not started reading yet because you have yet to click on the links that you can find on solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. So there you go, friends. That is your complicated, over-explained theater of the imagination interactive prompt for the beginning of this live stream. Please proceed to do one of those things as I've laid out in my invitational instructions. It is, of course, voluntary, but if you're watching this live and you can hear the sound of my voice, that's the prompt. Hello to people on TikTok. Hello to people on Twitch. If you're watching this over on the archive, because I've highlighted this as my very first Theater of the Imagination pre-game interactive image blank thinky thought prompt, welcome to the experiment. Thank you for watching the Magic Movie loop highlighted on my Twitch page and or on my TikTok profile. Come on through. There's a longer version of this video that this comes from in the deep archive over on my YouTube platform. Also, there probably will be an audio-only experience version of this as a crossover podcast episode once I figure out precisely where I want to clip the segment. Thank you for tuning in. Now take a moment to do one of those 3 prompts whilst I take... It's 3:33 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. In just a moment, Assassin's Creed 7. But first, DJ Z, Me, Myself, and I. Insert name of album here. Depth between the Dream Zone moons. Enjoy the music whilst I'm away. Oh wait, I did not create a music track on here. Close. You know what I need to do? I need to pause that for a hot second. I need to duplicate this page and make a Theater of the Imagination with just me and the audio input for DJ Z and a blackout page. We're gonna call it Theater. Oh, we're gonna all cap it. No, we're not. Sorry, I fumbled the end here. It's not super cool. I wasn't ready. I forgot to stage this page. I can't just drop DJ Z audio input into this actual page that I'm currently... I misspelled imagination. Can you imagine that? Okay, there we go. Because the social media page acts as... jump through a portal into that thing. Okay, this social media page over here has the social media links. Ooh, I've got to resize those. Those look wonky on the TikTok side. Although that's kind of cute. I should fix that. Welcome to the show, folks. I am your host. Is this going to let me click on it individually? Maybe. Oh, but there's still... I think I'd have to go boop. I'll fix it later. For now, it's kind of comedically funny. But what we've built, there's no music here. Because if I drop DJ Z music in here, then it'll pipe through anywhere that I've got and it'll double it up. So if I've got DJ Z music on any other page and these link overlay transparency, it'll double up the music feed, and we don't need that. That sounds horrible. Becomes unintelligible. So we're going to go over here to this other page. Forgive me for over-explaining what we're doing. It's just that you don't really see what I'm doing, so I have to tell you what it is. Welcome to an audio-only experience, live, on stream, with your host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. This is the new Theater of the Imagination page, which the Theater of the Imagination lies deep beyond the portal to the inside of your mind. I almost said skull. I don't know, what do you think is better? Take 2. The Theater of the Imagination lies deep beyond the portal to the center of your skull. Which one should I use? Which one's more on brand? I mean, both are interesting and dark and mildly intimidating, but also, wait, what? Is that some sort of repackaged Hindu transcendentalism about third eye opening, evolutionary healing? Yes, indeed it is. It's funny what people accuse me of peddling and then what I'm actually saying so dramatically different that it's comedy gold. All right, friends. Go do the thing. Listen to one of those 3 music options. DJ Zed is almost ready to play. I've got to add him to the source. Here we go. This scene will remain this dark until I return. It will be short, brief. It'll be half a music track or 2. Audio input capture. DJ Zed. Welcome to an experimental new way of doing the things. And please do consider going over to YouTube Music and listening either in headsets or on a nice, beautiful sounding speaker or speakers for yourself to Hannah Room. It's Hannah Room, no S possessive, but that is also, like, she is the artist, so it is her page. Hannah's page. She's got a YouTube page. I believe she's got a TikTok page. I think she's got a Twitch page. If I had the money, I would hire her outright to be like, please be the collab improvising DJ music auteur that creates the soundscape for everything Zeppoverse. And can I just play? And if you're busy doing your own shit, can you just give me permission to play your Hannah Room live streams without it triggering any music violations on all of my feeds, please and thank you. Because this, what I'm about to blast in what is hopefully short enough of a segment so it doesn't get muted, is amazeballs. She mixes several things and there's layers there you didn't hear. So go listen to, waiting for name to scroll around again, Hannah Room 192. That's your option for, like, if you're into electronic dance music, other than what I'm about to play you, which may or may not be to your liking. Hannah Room is always good. So much so that it's like I wake up to that. When I'm fresh out of the shower and getting and dressed and ready to start my day, the first thing I do is put on Hannah Room and wiggle. I kid you not. It's good for the spine. It's good for the soul. Hannah Room. Genuine, honest endorsement. No one's paying me to do that. I'm not trying to be an influencer. I'm saying that artist is amazeballs. If I had money, I would hire them. I'm like, please let me somehow model DJ Zed on you and give me license to use your image. And if you're too busy doing stuff, let me just give me your music and let me do the work. I'll do the work. Like, just give me license to your YouTubes and let it be something that C-Tag Studio Productions and Mr. Zeppo brand, everything, has rights to play whenever. That'd be so dope. Please and thank you, amen, hallelujah. Pin on the corkboard. One of these days I'm gonna, like, man up and, like, write that email, but that day is probably not today. So your other option was, to recap, do the same thing, but look up Dave Brubeck, and the album is Together Again for the Very First Time, I believe. Just play that first track. Or even, I shit you not, I'm so confident that anyone, even someone who's not into jazz, quote unquote, that album is so close to perfection that even people who are not ready for jazz, not interested in jazz, will find at least one track on there that moves them, that makes them, like, goes, ooh, wow, that just works. Somehow. I'm sure I would lose that bet to some people who are like, I only listen to this and everything else is garbage, you know, and they'll refuse to agree. But I threw down the challenge. I don't bet money because I don't have any, so I can't. And I wouldn't if I did because the house always wins, etc. But in a literary fictional setting, if I was made of money, I would hire Hannah so that I could license her so she can be the inspiration that is the character DJ Zed, right? She would need me to make, or I would just make her own character, like wrote some sort of cybernetic version of Hannah, so that I can just, like, use her music and use her likeness and her personality style and whatever, but make her a robot. And if she wanted to act in, if she wanted to be an actor, I'd be like, we're going to make the movie. Do you want to be in it? I would be like, I will pay you, again, more money to be the actor. Unless, of course, it takes 30 years from now. But even then, she'd be like, you can be the old version. And then we'll hire someone to portray you and then digitally map your face on them from when you were young using all your old video. And or we'll just roll B footage of your Hannah Room videos because it's that. I want her to be a character in my universe, and I want to be able to use her music and call it whatever the band is called. Because there is a band that is in the book series. Remember, we're using the power of our imagination. Now I'm asking you to imagine a robot band. A band of musician robots from a universe where robots evolved from microsilica nanocellular living technology and became very human-like, except instead of procreating the way you icky, slimy, baggy, meat bone sack humans do, they still like manufacture like product lines in factories. That is the birds and the bees for them, for us. Me, myself, and I, and my cast of robot characters. But I, like Ford Prefect before me, am stranded in some weird backwater Trumpopian iteration of Earth timeline, stuck here with you, dear humans. And one of the other members of the band would be a Dave Brubeck-like robot, you know? Like, as if robot technology eventually reproduces all the same archetypes and historical figures in the universe and the galaxy and the solar system and the planet from which Mr. Zeppo and DJ Zed are from. And they are from neighboring planets from two different solar systems in the same galaxy, right? Like intergalactic buddies. Imagine that for a moment. And they travel the robo-galactic inhabited planets. There is a galaxy of planets inhabited by all kinds and manners and shapes and forms of cyber silica nanocellular technological beings that evolved just like life in your plain old regular fleshy bag o' bones universes in your sci-fi, except we are the normal ones, those of us who we're manufactured like robots would be in a factory. But that's where the birds and the bees happen, in a weird robot-y way, which I cannot disclose at this time because they would probably get me some sort of, restricted rating higher than the one I'm currently operating at. I don't want to invoke, but that's what the book series is for. And they do, wait, hold on. Fun fact. The robots also have robo-pleasure erogenous activities that are very, very similar to what you icky, slimy human bags do. But different, comedically, not exactly the same. Forgive me for bringing that into your imagination. Bring it back to the music. You've got your prompt. I'm going to go away and do the things I said I was going to do. I'm going to leave you with the robo-depths between the robo-moons from the robo-galaxy in the Dark Trap Robo Discotheque Synthetica archives from the unnamed album. Enjoy the music whilst I'm away. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night, good day to you, friends. Hello and welcome. Welcome, friends. That's right. It is the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo's almost daily variety gaming live stream show extravaganza. And my chair no longer squeaks. I'm so excited about that. Okay, checking the things. We're gonna do audio check. I guess we didn't set this to whatchamahoozle. But welcome to the show, folks. We are about to dive deep, monitor, and output. Same thing for this other guy. Greetings. Testing. That one says use device timestamp, but the other one doesn't. It's nicely synchronized, though. Okay, we'll do what it is. Whatever it is, we'll do this. DJ Zed rocking in the background. Which did you do? Did you do the thing? Welcome, friends. Hello and welcome. Did you do one of the two things? Did you listen to DJ Zed? Are you now more familiar with... That was multiple tracks. That last bit that we were just rocking out to is G House Volume 2 Remix Live Generations Next Level Future... Nope, Funk. DJ Zed. It's scrolling slowly by. Anyways, hello and welcome to the new layout of the show. Ow, my hair's a mess. I need to cut it, trim it, color it, something fun. I might color it deep purple. Not for any other reason other than those are my brand colors, and I think my grays would look like interesting highlights that way. But who cares, right? Color is just color. Welcome to the show. Hello and welcome. That was an experimental intro opening bit that we might be doing, because I love that sort of thing. I love me a good fun and funny mental exercise. And now that I've got this microphone, I don't have to yell, and I know I can think about and know what the audio sounds like. I've already over-explained it, but pin on the corkboard. We're slowly evolving the show, bootstrapping our way, starting with ad hoc gear, whatever, working with what we've got, as the saying goes, and acquiring what we can afford to get. Fun example, this is not actually a microphone holder, it's a lamp, but it's the same basic design. And I was like, I can repurpose. I know enough about what's going on mechanically that I can repurpose. And I did. And it works! I love this new configuration. I'm nerding out about it for a minute because even though I can't make this rotate here, which would be the most ideal thing is if I could rotate this a little bit, it won't. If I ever find a ball hinge, I should have looked for that at the hardware store. I have other exciting news. I'm back from a little bit of a trip because of the excitement caused in my mind and in my crafty hands. And I say that as a magical invocation of like, these things got talent that ain't got nothing to do with my sentence-making machine up here. They can do stuff, certain things that when I've discovered that they can do, that they just take to on their own and be like, run off with it. One of them that I always sort of thought would be true, but I was always intimidated by, was fiddling with malleable wire in an I'm making art. And this is an arts and crafts situation, not just me being OCD. Because my hands just practiced on everything, from paper clips to shredded bits of whatever. aluminum foil and whatnot as a kid, making fun, weird things. Lost to the deserts of time. The art I made as a child with odd bits and twigs. I don't pretend to be like, ooh, I'm amazing. Wait, hold on. Ooh, I'm amazing. I don't play that kind of ego game, friends. But I do know when I love to do something, and you know what they say, do what you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. It cuts both ways. An assassin, ninja, shinobi, samurai, daisho would know. Like, I just smushed them all together and I didn't pronounce them right. I don't care what any of the trolls or haters say about any of it. That is true in politics. Pin on the corkboard. Take my word for it. My podcast is weird and strange and uniquely a lot of things that people don't understand and are not even thinking about when they throw their crazy accusations at me on social media. People on social media are constantly like, well, that crazy Democrat libtard's drunk the Kool-Aid. I'm like, excuse me? I've never voted for them in my life. And you don't know what I think because you've never looked or tried to investigate it. So your weaponized, boilerplate, rubber stamp, regurgitated, right-wing attack on left-wing talking points are irrelevant from either direction. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Hold on, let's do echo chamber. Irrelevant. Because if I want to get real quick to the bone, hardcore, I'm on neither side. I have opinions that rub people on both sides, especially within the ideological echo chambers of the party on this side is virtuous and true. It's that party over there that's full of evil demons doing the devil's work. Because you both kind of end up saying that to each other like a pair of silly Tweedledee and Tweedledum echo chamber puppy dogs yapping at each other and running on the treadmill. Like you were taught to. But ain't none of that. I don't go around accusing people of stuff. I make funny memes about it. Like one of my favoriteest original memes is the Spider-Man pointing at each other. Now that's a common template. But it almost always conforms and attacks one of the two obvious, like, oh, it's going to be either the left versus the right or the right versus the left kind of a meme. I took it and said, it's the same. They're all, well, not the same. It's two echo chambers echoing on each other. Since long before our dear want to have 3 terms, even though that's against the Constitution, not a tyrant, calls himself king, and is apparently, according to a certain chunk of his voters, chosen by Lord Baby Jesus himself, political nut job that's currently driving a clown car full of half drunk, half who knows what else is up their systems, kaleidoscope of literally everything that's wrong with the country that the same group of voters used to complain about and say, that's what's wrong with you crazy leftists. I would be like, but I'm not a leftist. I'm over here not on this team, just in coalition with them in opposition to the weird choice to support this guy, because that didn't make sense. I'm not out here defending anybody. And I just want to make that point because it needs to be understood across the spectrum of all the content platforms, because everyone that doesn't want to even, like, everyone who comes at me, regardless of social media platform, is always like, you crazy, insert name of whatever is the opposition party in their mind. And sometimes, guess what? Like, when I sometimes randomly offend the leftists and the liberals that I am, although I'm technically not one of them, and I don't think they would consider me one of them, as a living nano silica techno life form from a parallel universe complex where robots evolved first, and then I got stranded here like my favorite automobile named alien character from any book series in any multiverse ever, Ford Prefect. I mean, I'm not claiming to be him. He wasn't a robot, was he? But Marvin Marvin was, I'd like to claim, like, kissing cousin, like we share a common uncle, some sort of common ancestor thing with Marvin. From insert name of redacted book here. If you've never read redacted book name title here, then your brain will melt when you read it. It is so good. Genuine, serious, honest, one robot to one human being personal endorsement that I would make to you at the bookstore. If we got started chatting in line at the bookstore and you were like, wait, I was really kind of wanting to get one more book. And you were like, I'm buying all these books because I'm escaping to Europe and this is the books I want to take with me. I'm like, really? Wow. And they're like, would you recommend something? Because I have room for like X many more books. And if you think there's a book I'm missing out on, I would have a solid list to recommend to you, friends. I shit you not. You want to know the list? I wish it could turn because then it would be like, this thing can just rotate. Why didn't I look for a rotating ball socket thing flangy attachment that fits in here at the hardware store? Because I got the other thing that I'm excited about that we're going to announce. But here's my list. If that was the context, let me to finish this thought. You and I, real life interaction, just to tell you like how genuine this endorsement is. I'm making this recommendation. These are actual books that you can probably go order online or find in ebook format or go walk into a bookstore, preferably a small one owned by a local mom and pop operation and not a big giant corporate chain or whatever. Even when you go to the big corporate chain, at least you're supporting those cashiers' awesome book-filled cashier day job lives, right? That's the whole point. That's why we do economy that way. Give people jobs by going to those places and buying those things there, locally, near you, to help stimulate the local economy. But I digress. And you were like, I'm bunkering in or I'm taking a flight to Mars. God forbid, but even if that was the case, I'd be like, good for you, have fun. I'm going to be one of those last generations stuck here on your planet, not traveling by your spaceships anytime soon. I know what intergalactic standards require, and y'all not up to them yet. And you don't even know what you don't know. You know that pie chart about things you don't know? The wedge slice of space travel things you don't know? You can't even think about because you still think that Star Trek is a good guide. They're not wrong about stuff, but they're not a guide for intergalactic, intra-dimensional, moving vast amounts of stuff from galaxy to galaxy. That's not the way to go. Neither is Star Wars, I assure you. There's no science there. There's no there. But I digress. That's not the point. We're at a bookstore. You're going to Elon. You're on the inaugural flight by insert name of redacted politician oligarch from another country that's taken over your world, slowly one country at a time by meddling in everyone's politics. And he's like, sending you to Mars because I won't go myself yet either. And you signed up and you're like, I'm buying. He gave me $1 million to go. And I'm buying all the books so I can bring them with me to Mars and enjoy them, assuming I survive. If I was going, God forbid, I would never want to go. But if I were, listen to part 2 of this little magic movie loop collection, or part 3 or whatever it becomes, to find out which ones I would take with me or recommend to you if you were doing something like that. It could be you're going to Alaska and hiding in your bunker until everything cools off. Or warms back up again, or whatever. You're going to Tahiti to live on the beach because you don't believe in climate change and you're taking all the books that you want to take with you. I have a solid list. In fact, I've got the actual books hanging out with me. So tune in for that in just a hot second. Clip all of that, please. Going back 4.5 minutes. Thank you, Eclipse. Will it understand that question? That recommendation? I don't know. But DJ Zed's going to play some music. I'm going to get up and stretch and preemptively answer Mother Nature's watery call. And then we're going to dive into the game finally. I cannot explain to you how excited I am that the setup, although not completely perfect, has gotten so much more interesting for me as a creative than it was before. Thank you for being here. This is the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo's almost daily variety gaming live stream show extravaganza and content creation nerd out. Oh, When I come back, also, other things. I want to show you, I'm going to unbox a really boring unboxing, which is just an unbagging, but explain to you a new segment that I'm launching, a gimmick, because I want to commodify a craft. This is what I was going on about my hands having a talent that I can't predict. I'll just introduce it now and then take a little break. I thought I had lost this. And, weird. I never looked at what TikTok looks like. It sort of works, because it's weird and bizarre and curious, and you can see my face clearly enough. I'll leave it for now. I just now registered, though, that TikTok screen, you're all messed up. That's not what you're supposed to look like. But we'll fix it later. It's not like you haven't been able to see my face this whole time. You have. Back to this tool. I thought I had lost it. It was right next to where I thought it ought to be, so my brain didn't register it. And I love this thing, because coupled with my needle nose pliers, and or any combination of other strong pliery tools, plus what I need is a small, simple, cute, but strong, clampable desk clamp. But I'm not buying that this month. That's for Christmas or something. That's for whenever I can scrimp and save, and or if 4,420 people listened to 4.5 episodes of my podcast, I probably have enough money to buy all the crafts and tools that I need. Get it on it. Let's go. Okay. But what is the thing? Let's unbox the silly unbagging. I'm going to work over here. Maybe I'll work here. But we've got the setup so that I can finally live stream to use something other than video games. Not because the microphone was missing, but rather other puzzle pieces in my head have clicked and I'm feeling inspired. Actually, I really need a longer cable. I'm going to search first because I don't want to go below $20 that I don't need to spend. But maybe next month I'm going to go below $20 if I don't find a longer USB big to USB-C, USB mini for the controller. Because I like having it plugged in this way. And I'm kind of surprised I haven't done it this way for the 3 years we've been playing the video games. But I think this is the longest one I've got. And I really need one that's like twice this long so I could run it along the back and poke it out through here, right where it would be perfect to sit in a 3-loop coil. So from here I can yank on it and not have it knock everything over like it does when I have it the way I have it set up now. But for now, to not spend the money. Because budget, McBudgertons. Unless someone wants to send me a nice fat roll of... What were we talking about before that? Oh, yeah. Oh, let's see the thing. I can't believe I went and spent this money. Now, this was cheaper. This was cheaper than the extension cable. And if I didn't have if I only had a really, really, really short one, which thankfully I don't, I would be like, I'm going to go spend the extra $20. Would people really watch that? Anyways, I'm excited about this, not the ASMR, not the bag, although I do love me a good bag. Now I've got a little bag to hang right here, where I don't have a hook. But I've always thought there should be a hook right here so I can hang a baggie from it. I'm excited to reveal these to you. I'm not really going to open them up, I don't think, because I don't want to start playing. Because if I start using those tools, those pliers on these things to make stuff shape into shapy things, my hands, which have been dying to do something that they can do. My hands love crafts, certain kinds of crafts. They wanted to love music, but I couldn't do the math in my head. Music is math. And if you don't believe that, you don't understand what music is. Like, you've never sat and tried to learn the notes and how that translates into what you're doing with a musical instrument, especially when it starts coordinating with other musical instruments. But it's all brilliant, beautiful math. And when done right, it harmonizes in beautiful, almost dare I say it, sacred geometric ways. But that's a whole cluster of pins on the corkboard. For funsies, let's go check a different setup while we're here. We are indeed about to do this show. Assassin's Creed multi-game variety chaos roulette variety complete collection show. It is, I guess, starting at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's just random to give the poster a street poster vibe, like you're coming to a live stage show, mostly because I love that sort of stuff. But the almost daily variety, gaming, and content creation live stream show extravaganza. We're diving in after I talk a little bit about this craft and stuff that I want to do. I'm going to turn off the echo chamber. That's just, I'm testing to see how all these things come out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Clip that. Thank you for being here, folks. That looks all wrong, but I kind of love it. Let's fix this a little bit over here on the TikTok side, so it looks less dumb. That can stay right there. Emote wall. That can fit to screen. I kind of like that version. Tight on the thing. Chat box. Will it let me move the chat box? The last time I tried to edit something live on stream, it was like, you cannot select. It's moving, yay! Awesome. Because yesterday it wouldn't let me do it. Different setup though. Welcome friends, hello. We're doing a little behind the scenes editing stuff live on the stream instead of editing it in silence and mind-numbing boredom before going live, because this is more fun for me. And it fills time. Also, if you're here to watch me play Assassin's Creed variety game, multi-variety, chaos roulette variety, you're in luck. I'm about to dive into that. But I'm about to reveal another thing too. I just want to fix this loadout thing first. Loadout, this visual graphics thing first. Welcome. Don't be shy. Say hi. I'm about to take TikTok roll call. I'm also clicking through just to see what else needs fixing. So bear with me. Okay, we fixed the chat here. How are you, folks? Come on. Let me know what's up. Let me know what's going on with your lives and whatnot. Yes? Yes? Yeah? No, that was terrible. Why am I doing weird voices? Why do I randomly do weird voices? Because I'm a former theater nerd / also theater professional. We might keep that there. Intermission. I don't know what we're doing with you. And so it's natural. It just, once my brain starts accessing that performative part of my brain that accesses all my performative parts, it just all starts to slip out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Those of us who are into it know. Next Level Funk is coming up in just a hot second. Actually, DJ Zed, start off quiet, nice and quiet, and then build it up. I'm going to audio check what this sounds like as we do this, as I build this page back up to better functioning order. Welcome to the show. Assassin's Creed is on its way. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. I do have to be like right on in it when we have this. And then I can do it like this. Testing, testing. Does this sound okay? Or does it sound really dumb? Like echo chamber. Oh, the volume was down on this thing. Okay. Testing, testing. Welcome to the show. Hello, folks. I am your humble host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. Alongside me here, it's very loud when I'm up close. We're going to have to trim that head down. It's better this way. There we go. Testing, testing, testing. Check, 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 check that. Perfect. You can hear this, right? This sounds okay. And this sounds spot on, right? Do I know my zone? Or do I? I think I do. A little bit. Yeah? Okay. Welcome to the show. Greetings to the madness. That's also really heady. Let's trim that down to the same place. Greetings. Testing. Oh, they're currently nicely synced. So there's no dramatic echo chamber. It sounds like a hint of reverb. And I do not mind. Fire it up, DJ Z. That was your cue, bro. Oh, there it is. Okay, rock on. Almost ready. Please stand by. And if you feel like getting up and dancing, that is an appropriate response. You are more than welcome to get up and boogie. Discotheque Synthetica! Working friends, hello. Welcome to the madness. DJ Z, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. I hadn't heard that in a hot minute. Music, robotic, discotheque synthetica. From the written and unwritten pages of the book series you have not read yet because you have not clicked on my links on solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. That's the letters T and O, not the word or name deal. I just heard it in my head, like, oh, my God, welcome to the show, folks. Hello. DJ Zed, can you go back down to your, 35.5, 33.3 magic number? Hit it, the magic number. Okay. Nope. There it is. Bingo, bongo, binga. Bada boom. Welcome to the show, folks. I'm really excited about this. Here's a big dumb unboxing. What am I holding up? 2 different forms of small gauge hanging/crafting wire, which I was worried was going to be like an arm and a leg, and it was super inexpensive. This is not enough, but this is enough to get started. This is not enough to sustain a business yet, but a business model. I'm going to use clampy tools and pressure to form and manipulate the shapes that can be made. This is a very rigid cable, and this is a way softer one, but still holds shape very good. Once you pick a shape, it stays there. It doesn't get messed up unless you smash it. This one is going to be structural. This one's going to be detail work. And then we'll be painting it / spraying it or whatever, mounting it. One of the very, 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 very first things I want to do, and I was thinking about doing this today, live right here, was an Assassin's Creed logo. But I don't know I'd be very good at it. I think it would look like a deranged art student's toddler drawing that some proud mother puts on a refrigerator, with a magnet, until that kid forgets about it, and then it gets silently disappeared into that mom's archive, whichever version of that she has. My coffee's already mediocre, not warm enough. I need to go heat it up. Oh, anyway, so that's the exciting thing. I know that was really a lot of build-up for this nonsense, but I'm very much excited. I don't know, I will do it at least one day a week, the way on Wednesdays. Oh, snap, today's Wednesday, and it's 4:27 p.m., and we didn't even, I thought it was Tuesday still. Why did I think it was Tuesday? It's Wednesday, April 2nd. I guess that's my April Fool's Day joke on me. I got discombobulated and thought I was a day behind. Welcome to the cuckoo craziness. Join me as I explore sculpting, as well as teaching myself to play the guitar. I kid you not, there's a full-sized adult human style guitar right behind me. It's been sitting there the entire time. Don't believe me? Oh God, it's heavy. Oh. Don't throw my back out. Don't throw my back out. Don't throw my back out. Here we go. Hoopa. It's a thing of beauty. I told you I wasn't kidding. It's heavy. And I don't know it. I don't know a damn thing about playing. Except my own weird intuitive. My entire life I've been fascinated and drawn to guitars. In fact, it's been a real life pin on the corkboard. I'm writing it as a character detail for some character other than myself. But it's been a real lifelong struggle to not go into music shops and try to teach myself guitar by stealing time in the music shop. I've had to talk myself out of that. So instead I'm going to write a short story and do a character study about someone that did that as a teenager in a dystopian sci-fi future where guitars are almost a silly, forgotten, real-life artifact in a hyper-digital world. Right? That's the setting. Don't steal it. It's my book. The Zeppoverse, with sample pages and chapters from various books throughout the cosmic topography of that self-titled universe, available for you to peruse and read and question and spew hate on, and or, compliments and or suggestions and tips right now. And since this is Wednesday, I guess we're going to try to do a little bit of Assassin's Creed fan fiction integrated writing before we get into the game. In just a hot second, I'm going to have to do it because it's Wednesday and we're trying to bootstrap that into existence. Just like I am going to start doing sculptural arts and crafts with this kind of business. I just haven't picked a day yet. I was going to say, maybe I'll make a little something today. But then I got crazy and started thinking about the guitar. Let's bust open the guitars. I've never done that on stream. And that'll be a baby step towards starting something. Oh God, it'll be this way though. Here we go. Real life guitar. I've never played one other than the times that, I wanted to show this off yesterday and completely forgot. I flashed this on stream and then left you all hanging. We'll come back to that right now. Come full circle. Because I have stuff in there. I was talking yesterday during the show when I used the royal we for some good reason. But yesterday, dear friends, while I was quite self-distractedly working on this design piece for our little show that we keep introducing and not launching into today, the Assassin's Creed multi-game variety chaos roulette variety complete collection show. I guess we can say it starts at 7 p.m. because we haven't started it yet. This is all the pre-game chat lounge session about it. The almost daily variety gaming and content creation live stream show Extravaganza proudly presents a special marathon miniseries of playing Assassin's Creed games back to back in rotation. I gotta find a way to make it funnier and faster how often we rotate, but it's the complete collection from Assassin's Creed 1 through to Assassin's Creed Shadows. And stay tuned, pin on the corkboard. In case I haven't said this out loud to you yet, I'm gonna do the same thing with Call of Duty games. Still working on that collection, and I'm not in a rush because it's a very slow, drip, tiny mini budget until people start listening to the podcast on a regular basis by the thousands. And then I should be able to splurge and buy all the things I need all the time. Modify myself for your entertainment. Thank you for being here. DJ Zed, crank up that music. No. Actually, pause it out. Pause. Should I abruptly pause you or ease you into? We're gonna gently ease DJ Zed out. Because I need to tinker with this guitar. I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on mic. So we're doing a sound test for the. That's another reason why I thought Upside Down would be good. I need to go. I can't believe I was literally at one of the hardware stores. I need to go. Forgive me. I know that they're both on boycott, but I need to go to the hardware store and see if I can find a component that replaces this attachment or adds to this attachment a ballpoint hinge that lets me rotate. I'll bring the other stand with me too. In fact, I'll take that down there and be like, do you have something that this can screw onto? The rest of that is my business, what I attach here, but that was a ballpoint pivot that will fit into something that is this size. It's a complicated ask. Fingers crossed. Next month, when I go to the hardware store, we'll look it out. We'll look and find, unless someone sends me a juicy donation. That'd be dope. All right, guitar reveal. I've never even seen this guitar up close, I don't think. It was lent / like co-ownership, half gifted to me by my sibling. I almost said favorite sibling. I don't want to say favorite because I love them both. They're just also, different relationships because they're different people. And that's dangerous ground to make a comedy about. Either one of them might be annoyed. I want to go warm up this coffee. We'll set up here's another page that isn't looking right. Chat show, main cam solo. We just did fix that. Didn't we just fix that? Oh no, we fixed main cam just chat talk show? Which one did we fix? We fixed this one for TikTok. On the TikTok side, all of these are jumbled up. We'll leave it here for now, since all we're really doing is showing off the camera. Please, one moment. This will be an interesting reveal. I'm excited. dusty. I need to dust off everything. Oh, there's another clip. Don't fucking break the case. Come on. How many clips are there? That's all clips. It's not loose yet. You fool. Come on, I know how to work these things. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful, straightforward Rogue brand Model L. It's too perfect. I swear to God, it says the word Robo on the label, I think. Or my eyes are playing tricks on me. Let me put on my magnification lenses. Dear friends of the show, allow me to briefly introduce you to what may become my life's true love and deepest obsession yet. And I'm obsessed with a lot of things, not the least of which is my completed collection of Assassin's Creed that I finally just got all the individual components of into a complete collection. I need to find a name for this beauty, but check it out. I've never done this before. This is unscripted. I kind of was thinking about doing an episode soon with this, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to tease it. And then in the middle of teasing it, I'm like, you might as well actually start handling it, because then we'll start figuring things out, and that'll help make it into existence. Join me, right now I'm promoting it, but join me in the future as I start doing exclusive live streams where it's Mr. Zeppo learns guitar. Coming soon. I don't know what time o'clock of the day it'll be and what days of the week. It might take over the entire stream for a year. I don't know. If that's what gets me monetized or listened, if that's what draws the audience in to make the monetization pay my way through the apocalypse, then let's go. I need to think of a name for this beautiful guitar. It's a simple, straightforward, elegant guitar, and here she is for the very first time on live stream. Oh, woof. So gorgeous. Alright, there's a strap button there, and it's... Oh my god! I didn't mean not to bang you into the case. I forget where the other strap usually goes. I know it has a strap. There's a hook there, and it's got a sling around something. But that's neither here nor there. I'm over here looking at it, and I should be facing this way. Welcome, friends. I don't know if you guys can read inside of that, but that's the label, and it says, to the best of my ability to see, Rogue. Fine Instruments. Model. It doesn't say Robo. It was upside down, and I wasn't wearing my glasses, but I'm going to pretend it could. In the book series, it will say Robo. It's model RD80. Crafted in, what does it say? Crafted in China. Well, hello, my Chinese darling. I've always wanted to find out, because I was saying earlier, my hands are craftsy. There are things that my hands like to do, some of which it takes to quite naturally, like my hands love to do puppets, and I don't do puppets. I don't know why I don't do them professionally. I almost coulda, shoulda, woulda. My mother, bless her heart, may she rest in peace, my dearly deceased mother, years before she passed away, tried very intelligently and very astutely, because she understood who I was, to talk me into going to University of Connecticut, that has the world's foremost Sesame Street, Jim Henson affiliated puppeteering program. And I said, nah, I don't feel like moving. I wish I would have gone. It would have changed my life. I'd be already famous and have a wall full of puppets instead of a brain full of puppet ideas I've never built. But here we are, together again for the very first time. Oh my god, I wish I could play a guitar. I am not this guitar guy. Will I write a character that is? Yes. Will I also write a character and live stream for you a character that is me fumbling to learn how to try to be that guy? Absolutely. That was terrible. I don't know that my hands have the rhythmic talent for guitar. I think I could do, I know I can do like fake guitar for comedy on stage, backed up by when it needs to sound good, like a pre-recorded thing. I know how to do that. I can do that. If I had my own stage / studio / company of actors, engineers, technicians, and craftspersons required, I could put onto you a beautiful fake show where many people would believe I was actually playing the guitar live on stage the whole time, when I wasn't. But I cannot actually play the guitar. You know what I'm saying? But I am going to. It's too bad that you can't see it. It sits just low on that setup. We're going to have to find a new camera angle. Where would I put the camera for this show? I really do want to teach myself, or try. I may fail horribly, and it may not work out. Hey, we're going to put that lower. We're going to move keyboard over there into position 3. And without dropping the webcam or knocking over my glass item or yanking the cable on the gaming controller, which I wish was a longer cable, but I can't spend the $20. Oh, is that going to work? There we go. Now I can talk to you guys, sort of, and I'm sort of comically off screen. I have no idea how to play the guitar. I think I also used to, when I was a kid, I used to play with them all backwards. So maybe I'm a lefty on guitar? I don't know. We're going to do a show about me trying to learn. Because I don't know diddly squat about guitar. I got no finger knowledge. I just know how to do this. How does that sound? I wonder. Ooh, I should put that. No, I'm not going to put on the headset. I'm just going to leave it be a mystery. I do not have a name for this idea, but other than Mr. Zeppo learns guitar. That's gonna hurt. I do know I am unaware. I am not unaware. I am not so naive as to not realize that learning the guitar is pain. Learning how to play any musical instrument is suffering. I know. So that'll be fun and weird. What else? Do we have a strap in here or not? I thought we had a strap in here. We have a thingamabob. Oh, that's one of those tuner buds, isn't it? It tunes. I don't know how to use that. But we will learn, I hope. We have a thing and a flap. Or just an empty flap, okay. We have a waxy wax widget. We have a Allen wrench. We have a pick. We have a pick. Now we're making progress. I cannot see the strings even with these effing reading glasses on, so this may be a futile endeavor. Comedy. I do admire those folks who can just be like, and now, a little song I wrote for that girl that slipped away. And then just be like, jam. You know what I mean? Like, who's that new kid that just got viral because he sang that song that was all like hot, spot on for the moment with the CEO. I do not know the dude's name, I'm sorry. Not off the top of my head. I can see him, and I can hear his rustic, awesomely quirky, uniquely his own voice right now in my head. Cannot remember for the life of me what the F his account's called. But you know who I'm talking about? He's always outdoors. That guy can play the guitar and sing a good old song. And I envy that. I've always honestly and respectfully and sincerely bada beep, bada boop respected that with some jealousy. You know what I mean? Even that Jack Black dude who plays the plastic saxophone, whatever it's called. That cat can shred, and I envy that. Also, in the universe I come from, that is talented guitar playing. Because we're robots and you guys don't understand our music. Is that super high speed and stuff? And that's me playing a song in normal speed for a robot. And y'all can't comprehend what that is. My hands are up low with guitar talent, but it's too fast for humans. So I must learn all over again from the very beginning. Welcome to a new segment called Mr. Zeppo Learns How to Play the Human's Guitar. Coming at you live every Sunday afternoon. Please tune in and help this struggling content creator learn how to play this guitar the sensible way for your human ears to understand. Because I am a robot stranded on your planet from another dimension, and I need to survive your human-created, nonsensical apocalypse. End of message. Clip that. Okay, enough. Let's go. Oh, we gotta put the things away before I put the thing away. Yay, hooray, and thank you to my, there's several clips. Guitar, I don't know what this thing is. It's another thingamabobber. Thank you, dear sibling, who's the actual owner of this delightful Chinese-made, full-size adult student guitar. Thank you for lending it to me indefinitely, and or just abandoning it here. You know what I would, I almost did this except the project never went through, but I would love to just record weird abstract guitar sounds for special effects, and then like tweak them and twist them and turn them into other sounds. Enough's enough. Oh, finish putting the things away, please. Yes, that's a clippy kick. Yeah, that is a thing holder. Something else in there. Happy. I think that's supposed to be like a waxing for the wax for the. Anyways, so much. I may also waffle out of sheer intimidation on that idea and never, ever, ever open this guitar box ever again. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Find out on the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo's Almost Daily Variety Gaming Live Stream Show Extravaganza. Okay, back to position 2 with the webcam, please. Gently, don't make too much noise. There we go. And then, no, right about, boop, 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 right about there. Perfection. Welcome to the show. We're about to dive into Assassin's Creed Shadows, as promised. After all of those shenanigans, I am going to run downstairs and warm up my cup. You do as well. Don't forget to hydrate with actual water, though. That really matters. Hydration. It's important. Especially to, like, your liver and your kidneys and stuff. Especially when you're young. Don't form bad habits. Always hydrate. BRB, friends. Here's some more random DJ Z music. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to smash that follow button. And click on through to solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. BRB. Music. DJs. Oh, I forgot to raise the volume on the thing, didn't I? Here you go. I must answer nature's call preemptively and pop up my coffee cup and then fire up the game and we're ready to go. We're gonna grind Assassin's Creed, all of them, in rotation. That's why it says multi-game. Variety, Chaos, Roulette, Variety. That's why that says that. And also complete collection on the thing, you know what I'm saying? Here we go, friends.
visual interface updates complete. Moving on to the answering Mother Nature's call and topping up my coffee cup. Be right back. Forthwith. And henceforth, it'll just be Assassin's Creed. In fact, I'll probably go silent mode for a hot minute to really just get into it. So, thank you for being here. Appreciate your patience. Smash that follow button. Tell your friends. Make the clips. Visit my links. Buy my products. Yet to be launched. Product store launching soon. My first product, I already know what my first thing is going to be. I just got to pick a drop shipment vendor. But once I pick a easy to make stuff with images drop shipment vendor, I'm going to make a t-shirt series that says something along the lines of, and of course it's cleverly unoriginal, but we all need one of these. I signed up for the Zeppoverse experience and all I got was this crummy t-shirt. Or something to that effect. I gotta remember that for later. Pin on the corkboard, and of course, Eclipse, clip that. I shall return momentarily, friends. Enjoy the music while I'm away. It is DJ Zed coming at you with some dancing robots modernity in the pop. A name that I don't even understand, and I helped him make this audio track using the music making app, Redacted Name app, Redacted. Here, you can get it too on your iPad marketplace widget. BRB.
That's right, DJ Zed on the Discotheque Synthetica, fictional, literary, robot, dance, rock music for your listening pleasure, dear humans. Hello, welcome back. Whoa, what's happening? It's funny. I had to wake up my Xbox because it fell asleep. I took so long babbling and rambling and talking to you guys about stuff that the Xbox was like, I'm turning myself off for a hot minute. This microphone does not want to sit somewhere cool. There we go. This microphone is not active and is never used for anything. It's just there. Ow! Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. I theoretically could wear the headsets backwards. I think I used to do that on purpose so that you wouldn't notice it, because it drives me nuts visually. Okay, now we gotta wait for the Xbox to remember where the internet is, because it always forgets. When it goes to sleep, it's like, I don't know where the internet is no more. I need to think about it and be right back at you. Here, come look. It's funny. You know it doesn't know where the internet is because it doesn't promote advertising stuff underneath this is your row of, come on. Well, there we go. This is the row of most recently played games. And if I tried to fire up Assassin's Creed stuff would probably launch because it's technically a solo campaign kind of game. You know what I'm saying? But Call of Duty would be like, you better find that internet first, my friend, before you try to go play this game. So we gotta wait. While we wait, I got something for you, friends. Hello and welcome to the show. I was saying earlier that whoa, that one's all kinds of extra messed up on the TikTok side. Sorry, TikTok. We'll fix that up in a minute. Nom, 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 nom. You might be... Okay, let's go back to the one that works. Which one did we do that works already? This one? I think we cleaned this one up. Yes, mister. Nope. Did we just mess something up? That looks like the Assassin's Creed logo. It's not. It's the diamond for Mr. Merlin 06, most recent follower. Thank you very much. I salute you, my brother in gaming. I think you said you were... Oh, wait. You're someone I was talking to recently. Thanks, friend of the show. Mr. Merlin 06, that's right. My memory gets... because I am a living cybernetic robot being from a different dimension than your own. Stranded here, like my favorite character from one of my top favorite books of all time. Never finished that list. Rambled on that introduction to the idea. Never finished the list. Let's talk about the list. You may be wondering, why is there a little art stick figure guy? Because I'm going to be doing artsy and craftsy things. And I wanted to humorously, jokingly say, look at this thing I just made on break. Which, ow, sorry, I just banged it into the bottom of the microphone. I did not, I repeat, I did not make this just now. This was made before I started live streaming. I made this and a couple of other things I thought I would bring up as examples. It's a fun, simple little sculpture. It's just I love it though. I whenever I look at it and walk past it, it fills me with personal glee. And yes, it is painted so that the bottom is like dark and the top is this natural brassy color. It needs to be a bit of cleaning. The coppery parts could do with something cleaner, but they're also a little splattered with spritz. But I just love it, and I love the little detail down at the bottom. Handcrafted entirely, just using those tools, this tool primarily, to do most of the hard work, and then the other one to just sort of hold it in place. I love doing these things. These are dumb. But I want to make wire form art versions or ideas inspired by these little guys. And part of me wants to literally like outline, trace the shape of him doing something essentially like this, but flat. And I do have something that would give you kind of an idea. I didn't quite go full bore with that, but this is on that scale of that. It's a little tiny figure. At first it might not be clear, but there's like a door, which is wonky and crooked and bizarre. And there's something coming up from one side of that door. Right, you can kind of tell. These are designed to like, this is dusty. I didn't dust it before bringing it on stream. It's been sitting on a little shelf space. I need to take this off. Ow! It's stuck to my hair. It always sticks to my hair somehow. And I never am sure how exactly, but it goes. These have been sitting on a little shelfy, steppy, shelfy thing that is the center island of my steps as it wraps around itself in a square. Anyways, as you can see, there's like a little person sort of greeting the weird singular line that's coming through the portal. And they're like making first contact. That's the idea. I'm going to remake this one in a slightly better. This was one of the very first ones that I did, that spout. It ate up so much copper. So much of that rope, of that stuff is gone because of that sculpture, I think. There's a couple of really big ones that sit in my room. This one's a personal favorite, and I can't, these are really limited edition I have 3 of these. This is the best one of the 3. These are really limited edition in my mind because I don't know where to get wire this thin that's already woven together in a mesh-like structure that I can then re-sculpt. These I get from New Year's Eve champagne bottles. Whenever I go to a family gathering, there's always like the 2 or 3 bottles of champagne for like the group. Everyone gets like a half a cup of champagne. We get a kind of big family. There's always a couple of these. Sometimes there's like the apple sparkling that also has no, it doesn't. Anyways, I love this. If anyone, I need to go to like my local crafts and art supply store. I almost went today. I might go for an evening visit just to get out of the house to see what they got, but I can't spend any more money. I need to make more money, but I've spent enough money. You know how the old adage says you got to spend money to make money? There's literally a brand new infomercial for something going around where a guy is giving a lecture that's literally like, well, you're actually literally spending money to get people to spend more money than you in the other direction. Essentially what he said. And that's the marketplace for you. One way or the other, we're out here commodifying ourselves, our ideas, and our crafty handiness for each other's entertainment. I want wire this thin on a spool that I can get for super cheap per like foot. Like this is from a hardware store, and it's a relatively reasonable price, and I can make some decent amount of stuff. But eventually, I'm gonna want this in bulk, right? This is to like satisfy the need and get me started and make something new, and show it to you while I make it. And hopefully not break things like my glass pipe. When I drop, I need to organize. But I love this, and also, if anyone wants to gently pack, collect, and ship these things to me because you happen to have a bunch, I'd consider it, but I'm also not a fan of giving out my home address, so I would need to literally, pay more money to have a P.O. box so I can have some level of security. And like make sure it's a P.O. box kind of randomly not near my house, so it isn't like, oh, duh, I know where you live because I know where that P.O. box is. Security 101. But somebody wants to collect these and then save them until they've got like a bunch, like say more than 25 of these. And it's just the wire mesh that goes over the top of the aluminum foil wrapper. And I wish I'd also been clever and saved the aluminum foil wrapper bits, because those are always painted some fun color that coordinates with whatever the champagne is. But you know what anybody who knows champagne knows that there's just dozens of these. They all get thrown out. I could make so much fun sculpty bits. And it's fun that they're already woven together because that's useful. As you can see, it made a really beautiful tree with an awesome pattern on the bottom that would have struggled to make that by hand. This is already very finely woven mesh. You can see the detail right there if it focuses right. You can see how it gets thicker there. It's because in between each of those corners, there's a segment that's straight and there's a segment actually radiating out from the star in the center is a bunch of segments that are like twist tied together. I didn't twist those. That's the meshy cap that people usually rip right off, and it's hard to tear because it's stronger than it looks because people think it's not metal, but it is, and it's not like thin metal. It's super thin metal, but you're not going to tear it without hurt. It's more likely to cut into your skin. But I digress. I love these, and I wish I had a lifelong collection. I don't. I wish I did. I wish I had a box or a bag full of 1,000 of these from all the holiday parties I'd ever been to where these just get discarded and thrown in the garbage. Preferably the recycling. But because I want them, because I'm going to make a lot of fun, organic stuff that capitalizes on the weave that's already there and or, breaking that weave. Alas, I do not. But this is one of my favorite things I've ever made, ever. I don't know what it would take apart with that, but because it's kind of a unique thing, and I feel like it's incomplete, like I want to get a slightly smaller gauge than this to add a little more detail to, or if I can just find out, I need to go to my local redacted name of big box craft supply store here and see what they've got. Because last time I was there, I was obsessive compulsively looking at like markers, and I got enough of that, and I'm not drawing. I'm intimidated AF about doing my sketch art thing. But this is going to alleviate it because I'm actually excited. Part of me wants to abandon Assassin's Creed, which is hard to say out loud. Because I really want to try my hand at like making a rough setup of this. Just a rough, like, here's a doodly version. And the thing I want to get really quick and clever and good at is making, this is the heavier gauge, stronger tensile strength. I got 2 things to kickstart my craft stuff. I do not even have a shop, so I'm literally soliciting you to donate something that would make it worth shipping it to you. I'm not trying to get people's private info, but I'm going to make something out of these 2 spools that may or may not involve, it will, in fact, the very first experiment will involve trying to recreate a fun, artsy version of our little Running Man art model guy. And for anyone who doesn't know what this is they're usually much taller than this, but any arts and crafts supply store of any kind has an army of these in different sizes because this is a classic posable art human body angular, like it's sort of physiologically almost correct. Not really. You can put it in dumb poses that no human being could ever be in. But in theory, you can sort of make it look kind of like a human, right? Doing things that humans would be doing. I can make it look like it's running away whilst looking back at you. If you take this beveled part as its face, which is hard to see because the light is so strong, but it's like, I'm running away while I'm also sort of glancing back over my shoulder. Anyways, I want to make an artsy crafty thing. And the first thing is to figure out from whence it would hang. I kind of want to hang it from the back of the shoulder neck area or the middle of the back. And then I got it. As soon as I start challenging myself, my hands are like, I have a solution. I know what to make. So that's a new segment that I'm announcing right now. Please come and watch that. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's Mr. Zeppo Does Arts and Crafts. Clip that. Oh, was there no DJ Zed music playing the whole time? There was supposed to be DJ Zed music playing that whole time. Oh well, I guess now we'll just add TikTok music. Fun. Here we go. Welcome to the show, friends, for realsies. And without further delay, except for the occasional stopping to consume my doctor prescribed cannabinoidal medicine and spiritual enhancement thing. What are we going to do with this? This is a mess over here. Social media, we're just going to hide you for now from TikTok. That other bit. Social media, alert box, email, all chat, whatever. Live overlay. There's a bunch of things in live overlay. Okay. Webcam capture, that stays. Webcam, that stays. Subscribers and followers, I think we're going to get rid of it for this. This is going to be no disrespect to Mr. Merlin and my most recent followers. I just like a nice clean look for this main cam solo setup, which is what we're looking at here. So delete. Pardon me as we do a little bit of behind the scenes work on the loadout setup for Streamlabs. But this is about content creation. Creating content about mocking myself as I create content for you, commodifying myself for your entertainment. I heard that with a full orchestra backing me up with an improvised ballad. That's the show. I need that level investment capital because I want to have a show where literally there's a co-host and then another co-host and then a band leader that's the orchestra band. And then there's a jazz, funk, pop, rock band separate from the orchestra band. And then there's a music coordinator that's also a co-host level guy. Or gal, woman, lady, however you prefer. I don't give a shit. Trans, whatever. We're all welcome here. We're all artists. As long as no one's gross and rude and or a jerk. Right? And that goes in every direction. So why is everybody being a jerk about that? And then whenever I just start singing, they'd be like, okay, we improvise songs like this all the time in rehearsal. Go with number 42 with variant 7. And they would just start playing music. And I would sing along, and then we would play off each other. I know it works because I tested it in a theater with amateurs. I just need the bankroll. One of the people I would hire is Hannah from Hannah Room on YouTube. Hannah Truly on Twitch. Hannah Wins on other platforms. I don't know if she is Hannah Wins anymore, but she used to have this logo called Hannah Wins. It was just Hannah Wins. That was the logo. But I digress. I would hire her to be you're the house DJ / lady DJ Zed, and or maybe DJ Zed's girlfriend / best lady friend. I don't know. And together, we are the triumvirate, insert name of redacted band here, which might just be redacted band. And then our affiliates are the Philharmonic Robo Orchestra and the Funk Pop-alicious Robo Punk Band. And then the Stage Managers Guild, which is a choir. They're all the stage managers that handle the show, but they are also a choir because everything needs to be music. The stage management and deckhand grip choir and found object orchestra. That's where all the lighting guys Like they magically play percussions and like other weird music, like weird, goofy. You'd be like, oh, if I had just seen that sitting on a shelf, I would have thought it was trash or a sculpture. That's a musical instrument? Hanging from the rafters and or as they build the set. But mostly a cappella vocal group, because usually their hands are busy. There's a logic behind all of it. I just need to find some wonderful, magical, theoretical capitalist investor that's got, they don't need to be Elon Musk level rich. I'm not even trying to beef with that guy. Although I refuse to bend the knee. Pin on the corkboard. I've already declared that multiple times, and I'll have to declare it and explain it again in the future, I'm sure. But someone with like 1/3 that level of wealth, still wealthy enough to be like, oh, I get the vision. You need a bunch of money so you can hire and like lease out or buy a space to make the studio to bring the people to, so you can record this and distribute it. Sort of like a work from home or work really easy near from home. Someone that could invest in turning this one room into a studio. So I can do the online distributed, you're going to have, whoa, what's that app that I need to get? What is that app where there's that really cool guitar anthem from my youth that I forget the name of? Is it Don't Stop Believing? Might be. But you know which, it's a multi-screen, multi-cam, real-time video chat, but it's supposed to be so high fidelity and so intense and so liquid smooth that musicians can rehearse music, which, mind you, the timing on that is important. And if there's a tiny, I could not do that on Twitch, not with this machine. This app is supposed to be that good. I don't know if it would work on my iMac. I would need a whole giant computer just to run that app, and a different computer to run all the cameras and stuff for the live stream to capture it separately to pump it out on Twitch and TikTok. But if I can just find that sugar mama to be like, I get it, you need this much money and all this gear, let's go, I would be running a whole nother show, and then we would take it on tour. Since I don't know that person, with or without the interpersonal cringe factor of like, could he get romantic, we're going to write that as a comedy rom-com. And now that break I long-tongued it because Mother Nature's getting urgently impatient with me. But at least my coffee's hot. Thanks for being here, friends. I don't have to yell anymore. Oh, I love this track, but that's not what the movie. Play something else. And now, folks, for your audio entertainment, as we test and debug this tunnel loadout. What are you doing this thing? Delete that. Delete. Deleting. Almost right. I love this track. Kaboom. Oh, I fucked it up on this side. It's fine. Open up. Welcome, friends. Thank you for your viewership. I am a robo entertainment host. I need to look at the screen or else I don't know what I'm doing.
good enough for live stream work. BRB. This robot needs to empty his oil can. Arts and crafts episodes coming soon. Maybe even today. But enough hyping stuff. I'm gonna make a little guy. Oh, and I gotta figure out a way to like ship it out to people because I want to make cool things and solicit donations in exchange for them. You know, because I'm an artist, craftsperson, trying to commodify myself for your entertainment and my ability to survive the apocalypse. Read my book series and listen to my podcast, please. And buy my goofy wireframe art when I finish making it. And buy my t-shirts when I finish making those. That'll be a bit. I'm stalled out, but be right back. I gotta pee.
Discotheque Synthetica, sensory stimulants in liminal spaces for your robot audio entertainment. We're back. I got one more little thing I want to share. It's like show and tell right now. DJ said, pick your number, magic number. Webcam solo, are you looking good over here? Did we fix this page? Bring the webcam back. Boop. Hello, friends, and welcome. Earlier, I flashed this. This is archival. This is way back in the day. So, for those of you who weren't here a hot minute ago, I was working and nerding out on and sort of over-explaining a backstory about graphic design and basic layout and stuff. Well, inspired by that. Where's the iPad? Let's go to the iPad chat show section. This might be a hot mess on TikTok. Yep. Sorry about that. We're gonna leave that there. Where's the new logo? Oh, that's sitting in the iPad. Where's the iPad? We're gonna put that. Transform, fit to screen. Alright, at least you can see it now. TikTok viewers. We were making that live on stream, and there's a robot violating terms of service in my chat. And I have to burp in their face. I'm gonna mute myself though, because I'm not that rude. I am going to warn them, and then ban them, and then make a magic movie loop about it. And then keep telling you about the thing that I didn't show you when I was telling you earlier about how I love making posters. Awesome. Done and done. We done banned the likely ban evader. Insert redacted name here. Trying to drop a copy paste. I've seen this 1,000 times a day. Violation of terms and services. Okay, this is my own original work. Preserved and archived from over, I shit you not, almost 30 years ago. This is from 1994, 95, somewhere in there, 96 maybe. I forget, because I made a bunch of posters, but these are the ones that survived. They were amongst my favorites. I made them because no one else knew how to use the graphics package at the computers, and I knew how to use the graphics package on the computers in the studio thing available to us as students at that school that I went to. Because I had briefly, for one summer, I think right before I got there, or in between years, I started university the first time, late 94. So this must be after that. I worked that summer of 94 into 95, or the next summer. And then I made these posters and printed them at a Kinko's because I remembered, hey, I know how to do stuff at Kinko's. But I made them. No, I printed them sometimes. I used to go to Kinko's to print them because that was the only place near my university, including the digital media and printing homework, printing station for your homework for artists on the arts campus did not have an oversized printer. If they did, it was restricted, and no matter how much I begged them, they were like, nope, you can't use it. This is only for grad students that are studying drafting and blah, 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 architecture, art, or whatever it was. Welcome to the show. I'm about to show live on stream, like, graphic layout art that's based on pop media and music album cover art that's been remixed and copy pasted, photoshopped into new context, so it's derivative work. I don't want to. No infringement is intended, but it's fun, and I think it tells story pretty well. And I do know this: these posters made people curious, and from all across campus, from all the different departments, they came to watch and participate. Crank it up, DJ Zed. Give us that juicy boost that's like not all the way loud, but just loud enough. That's it right there. In no particular order, I present to you the OG surviving posters for my own original concept live late night entertainment talk show improv variety presenter talk show night thing. Oh, and one of these is for the clown show. That's a different part. Which one do I said no particular order, but I've decided on an order. Here we go. This is a good one. I'm going to show it to you in the wrong orientation first, to reveal it and reveal the details about it. But then I'll show it to you in the right orientation. So it's 11 by 17, which is commonplace. You can buy printers for your home office that print this size. Those did not exist back then. I shit you not. At least not that I could get my hands on that wasn't super expensive. Here we go. So the poster is just a crowd of people that are all thought bubbling that say, I like INPO. And then the title, I like INPO. INPO. I should have typed the periods out on that right there. So it's like, oh, it's an acronym. But it stands for in no particular order. And then it says something there, and I can't read it back at myself from the screen, but I can read it from my glasses on. The blurb there. And so I would make these. I would print like hundreds of them not laminated, and I would print one laminated and hang this up. These are my favorites that I laminated, in part to preserve them and to keep them. There was a couple more that all fell apart. I think were water damaged, and these just survived because they were laminated. But the blurb on this poster, they all say I like INPO, and it's just all fun, a bunch of different fonts. This poster breaks the rule really hard of like, don't use more than 2 fonts on the same project ever. But here's the important bit. Like, it's easy to find, and easy to read font. What is it? When is it? It's every Friday night, 11 p.m. at Studio 4. Some people out there know where that is, and a lot of people don't. I don't know what that says on the bottom. I can't read it off screen like that. The bottom blurb says, what else are you going to do on a Friday night? Insert name of university town that's been redacted here. Everybody else says, I like it. Even the little, like, swaddling baby has a little itty bitty tiny thought bubble. This is the only one with, like, a spotted out, like a dash line outline, which I really like. And it says, I like INPO. Because everybody likes INPO. In no particular order. Here's the big blurb. Everyone agrees. INPO is the best bi-weekly student cabaret in all of name of town redacted. At in no particular order, the name of the show. You can do whatever you want to do. What are you waiting for? And of course you couldn't really do whatever. You had to tell us, and we had to approve, and we could shut you down at any time if it got awkward, like bad. But no one did anything dumb, actually. Not that I remember. Everyone came with great art.
Check it out.
What are you waiting for? Check out our new look. Join the crowd and have a good time. Do something this Friday night. Oh, yes. You can sign up to perform on the sign-up sheet outside the drama office. That was called the, oh, look at the thing. It looks terrible over here. I thought I fixed that. Dang it. Yeah. Sorry, TikTok. There's a bunch of things in the way. Main cam solo. I thought we already got rid of the overlay with all the garbage. Let us fix this again. Latest subscriber. I don't need you right now. Although, thank you very much. Thank you to all the followers. I just posted a thank you to all the followers video on the TikTok. I need to repost that to all the platforms. Anyways, the sidebar says, if you have any questions, I can't believe I put, this is how different the world was. I put our actual real phone numbers on there. Which, thank God, for me, I don't know about the other guy, but for me, no longer my actual phone number. Oh, good. I'm getting used to having my own voice in my ear, which means I can do this better. What's this one? This one's holiday gathering or Turkey Day themed, even though it's past Turkey Day. Here's the poster.
Check it out.
How funny that this song says check it out.
Check it out. Check out my shit. So it's a very long read for a poster. But you can see I gave it a headline, so you can be like, I can skip it. After you've eaten, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And after you've experienced, blah, 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 blah.
Check it out.
Slam some Pepto, and then come to Info. Info, in no particular order. Free, spontaneous entertainment. What else are you gonna do on Friday night in your mind? Oh, name of town redacted. The same blur, but the full line on this one reads, somebody is still doing a show. They just call it something different now on that arts campus. And it's meant for students only, but every once in a while, we would get randos from they were clearly not a student, but somewhere they heard about it. From a student, I presume, and was like, but can I go? And they were like, I don't see why not. Because then they would tell me. They would walk up to me after the show and be like, this is cool, man. Too bad there's no drinks. I'm like, it's not a bar, dude. This is a college campus. Who are you? And they're like, oh, I'm just some guy that knows some other guy that heard about your little show. It's not bad. You guys need chairs, though. Because it was, for a long time, standing room only in a studio. Like a dance rehearsal studio. What I wouldn't give to have the money to just own a building in downtown, some local city around me that's an easy drive but isn't my city, and fund at a loss, even if I had to, a small, tightly run, well-trained, live theater troupe that juggles big productions, we cast randos and students and whatever, don't pay them. Community theater where the core is a professional level that's getting an itty bitty bit of just enough to barely survive. I would love that. Come on, universe. I just need 1/3 of the kind of money that what's his name is. This is one of my absolute favorites. And mind you, this is the first time I ever started doing this sort of thing. And random strangers were seeing it. And these would go up not just in the arts. Like I said, I would print up about 100 of them and then go spend all day Sunday finding cool places where I had approval by the student body to post these because it was a special student body, campus approved student event. And I could go promote it in engineering, in bio, in computer sciences, right? And I did. I would go walking through the halls of these enormous buildings on the other side of campus. We could have gotten so many more people coming to see it, but we would get completely random, like engineers and all of whom went one of them was randomly, I play the cello. Can I play the cello? I'm like, yeah, come back next week after next. It got so popular, it went from every other week to every weekend. That was exhausting. I printed a color version, but I think I lost that one. I just like how tight I got the wraparound. I did that by hand. Because back in the day, it didn't know how to, the computer didn't know what the F anything was, couldn't see what you were doing. You just had to do it by hand. So I did all the spacing and kerning so that it wraps around her by hand. And so that it's all one big text block. And you can control its paint, its spread. Anyways, And I clipped all that. This is before I could AI generate a girl with a baby deer on a leash. Right? That no one could conceive of such a silly idea. Yeah, I had to go find a picture of a girl and a picture of a leash and a picture of a deer. Well, I think the deer on the leash. I think this was one picture. But I had to Photoshop, cut that out by hand. There was no magic, background delete. You had to by hand, zoom in super huge, little by little, trace that image out to cut it up. Winter quarter, info. This is a quarter update poster. It's got the dates. 2 weeks in January, 2 weeks in February. Info, bring your friends. And then it's got a weird random short story about this girl with a deer on a leash. And I don't remember what it says, so I may have to stop myself. She had spent years searching the endless desert for affordable and lively entertainment. Then one night, she saw a big pink building in the distance. And this studio thing was in a big pink building. It was painted stucco. It was stucco finished, Japanese styled roof. Straight out of Assassin's Creed Shadows. It was that style, but in red tile instead of black. No gold finishings. And then pink painted stucco, standard California stucco. That granular wall covering that's fire retardant, but painted pink. It would have driven MAGA nuts, but MAGA didn't exist back then. Oh, how I long for the days when MAGA was yet to be invented out of whole cloth. It's imaginary. All ideology is made up and imaginary. Stop fighting over it. She had spent years searching the endless desert for affordable and lively entertainment. And then one night, she saw a big pink building in the distance. The winter wind carried the sounds of laughter and music. Was it a mirage? I almost said marriage. Was it a mirage? No. No, it was info. Finally, she found what she had only dreamt. I just realized, this isn't
I was a different person back then. Never would I ever. I'm not kidding. Never would I ever right now. Right? Where is it? Dreamed of. I cannot abide by that construction. The grammatically correct. Forgive me for this, but it's God's honest truth. That means something different. And for what I'm trying to see if I can get this to replicate the thing I need, the angle I actually buy. Yes, now I can sit up straight. And I can do my own close-ups. Tie this tighter. That's the control. Just tighten this a little bit and stay put. So cool. The grammatically correct construction would be: finally, she found what she had only dreamt with a T. D-R-E-A-M-T. Dreamt. I would not write this today. I was a different... That looks so bad and hilarious because like all you're seeing is that bar in my face. I would never have written that today. I guess I just have to get over how I do not like the look of my own profile because this is the best sound. And or this. So it's funny to me to see that, like, dreamed of? No, it's dreamt. If I was editing something I had written or editing something else, something someone had written, I'd be like, did you mean dreamt instead of dreamed? Something fun to do on a Friday night. It's free, spontaneous, wild, and wacky entertainment, says the deer. A little thought bubble coming out of the deer. In no particular order is a bi-weekly student cabaret where you can do anything you want. Within reason. Simply sign up on the sign-up sheet, blah, 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 Friday, 11 p.m. We would start up at 11 at night and go on until we were done. And so 11, 12, 12, 1, 1:30. Tidying up would take us until 2. And then there was like somebody would almost always be like, are you coming over to my place for after party? And half of us would go and the other half of us would be like, nah man, I gotta go to sleep. And it would always be slightly different combination of people doing that, which is hilarious. And there you go. I thought I'd share that since we talked about it the last time I got distracted and rambled on the pregame chat lounge session portion of the show. Welcome. I'm cleaning up this page. We left that hiding away for a minute, but we're just gonna mute that image. So, and then we're gonna go center, right? Center on screen. Hello, friends. It's time to finally. Am I hungry? I might go eat. I was gonna start playing, but my brain is also like, shut up and go eat something. Welcome to the show. It's weird, it's wild, it's experimentally wacky. Let's see if this looks better if I move my camera a little bit like that. That's the back of the... That works. Hello, friends. Welcome. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday, April 2nd. And, I've been working out whether or not I'm going to actually, like, write something for Wattpad Writing Workshop Wednesdays. I mean, other than letting myself ramble in between stuff. Or if I'm just going to bump that over yet again. I'm torn because part of me wants to delay everything and start sculpting with wire. I kid you not. And the other part of me is like, shut the fuck up. I'm hungry. Go eat food. Stop doing this. Get a real job. And that judgmental motherfucker can go fuck right off. I've got a vision to express at you, dear humans. Please join me. You know a really good starting point? Not Good Morning Trumptopia, because that's more of an urgent response to how the F can anyone support that guy. But my real, raw, radically unscripted podcast episode by the name of, or not episode, mini-series, which is technically complete. Like, it's a done thing. I might add a new book someday. We never did list the books. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Omnibus Edition. If you have not read that, go read it. 1. Clip that. What moment? I should have known that. Could have sworn that we already fixed this. Didn't we already fix this? I don't know, folks, but I guess I'm fixing it again. Much better, don't you think? I do. I'm just gonna get rid of those giant oversized social media guys on the wrong TikTok side. Now we got a nice clean image. That view right now. Fix that. And just the one on TikTok side. Okay. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night to you, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo. This is the almost daily variety gaming live stream show Extravaganza, and I've been promoting the fact that we are going to be making wire sculpture toys. And my hands are like, why'd you tease that and then not let me play with a little bit? I should at least read the instructions here. Unwind wire to the desired length and cut. Okay. I gotta find my cutty bits. Apparently this causes cancer. It says right there, warning, cancer and reproductive harm. Tie or anything. What? Tie or blunt anything. permettre de mieux lui dépendre n'importe quoi. Orange ou cuigui de todo. 18 gauge, 25 foot copper wire. Unwind wire for cutting. Duh. Is it just, do I just pull on it? Yes, I do. Look at this. This is so satisfying. Little coil, it's a lower curve. And the same thing over here. This one's tougher though. This one doesn't want to. Here it goes. I want to make a little stand that's going to hold a little figurine guy. But I also don't want to get started right now because I'll just distract myself into oblivion, and we've postponed this gaming content long enough. But this is just a teaser. Tune in the not too distant future, either later today or more likely sometime tomorrow, when I actually trim this wire at a certain length and then turn that into a little sculpty thing, a little wire guy running like this, and more and stuff beyond. And then tune in as I hopefully develop an interesting little product line. I want to hopefully land on something that's interesting and clever and sophisticated enough that people actually want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? And that is worth the price of shipping it to them, but isn't so expensive that people think I'm being a sellout. Why does that? Oh, it's the back of the TV. Let's move this over so that it's not blocking itself. Greetings, friends, and welcome to the show. I'm also just having fun orienting and getting used to the way that thing works and the way that it sounds. So that's what it's going to look like there. I'm also going to move the camera once we actually get into the game, which we're finally going to do. DJ Zed, please crank it up until the end of this track and enjoy, and then we're gonna get into the game.
What the actual F? I thought we just...
I have not fixed it. Forgive me, because I fixed this thing that needs
Fixing. Real quick, here we go. Fixing the thing. rock and roll, folks. I think we're finally actually ready. Thank you for your patience. We're going to log into Assassin's Creed Shadows, grind a bit, play a bit, and then a little later on tonight, although, man, time is flying, a little later on tonight, hopefully before midnight, log into Call of Duty to see all the hoopla around the new season that just dropped. DJ Zed, thank you so much for your music contributions to the madness. We'll let it chill here at the magic number for a hot minute. Come on, get to the magic number. There you go. Without further ado, and we gotta get rid of that right there. As I was saying, without further ado, Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't remember what. Oh, it still looks terrible. Oh, we didn't fix that yet at all. That's an easy fix though. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. I presume we're gonna have to do the same thing over here with the webcam on. Let's go ahead and just do it now, shall we? Looking better already, friend. Tried to just center it first to see, but I prefer the full fit. Don't you? Doesn't matter, it's my show. Let's go. It's probably this track. This track, I think, is one of the tracks. Remix Dropping Bombs Sky High with Baja Frecuencia. For some reason, I think that guy or that band is big enough, even though they gave this audio collection, this audio asset system to this app to be used by people like me to make music with, that was supposed to be free from music violation strikes on the interwebs. Like, this track, for some reason, does not fly. Anyways, hello, welcome, folks. You guys can't see the video, the name of the thing. And we're cleaning up the overlays and stuff. So TikTok, one moment, please. We got a couple of things to delete and a couple of things to mute out. And stuff, but welcome to the show. Hello, thank you for being here. Fit the screen with the emote wall. We're just gonna hide those giant graphics. The live overlay, we're gonna get rid of the 1 bit, the extra bits. Come here, open up. We got a webcam and the thingamahoo and the latest thing. We're to get rid of that. Latest subscriber, get rid of it. I am Eager Beaver, excited to get back into both Assassin's Creed Shadows and Call of Duty with the new Season 3 launch. But we got to take care of this nonsense first, friends. And I don't mind, because anything that makes for interesting, weird, unique, and different content than what most people are used to is fine by me. I'm gonna get rid of that from sitting in that folder. The chat block is now just free form. Viewer count should probably also be. I don't know why it's under there. Boop. Okay, now the live overlay is just the webcam and the webcam capture. We're gonna unlock that. We're gonna
do something that's going to mess it up over there on TikTok. On Twitch, rather. But it's going to make it look a little better on TikTok. Woof. Center on screen. There we go. Now, we're going to grab the Twitch side. And we're going to move it. Actually, it works pretty good on this corner for Assassin's Creed. Snap to the grid. Boop, boop. There we go. Now, on the other end of the world, there we go. We're going to park it right there. And now we've grabbed only that side of the world. We're going to shrink it down so that that fits. And we're going to click on this and go center side to side. Center horizontal. Boop. No. I guess we did both of them, but whatever. I almost had it, except then I moved the wrong one. I'm not moving the TikTok side, I'm only moving the Twitch side. We will proceed with the gameplay very shortly, friends. I'm just making adjustments to our graphic package here so it looks reasonable on stream for you while we play. DJ said, play something other than that track that just popped up because I think that's going to give us a music muted moment. Let's try this one. Tribal Robot Dance. For your auditory pleasure, friends. Please excuse me for a minute. Okay, although we are totally, absolutely not in any way, shape, or form done fixing all the things, I'm getting impatient and I want to play some Assassin's Creed Shadow. Let me just check the audio. Comms check. Testing, testing. It sounds good. Like it's not too echo chambery. We'll bring DJ Zed to like there. Oh, that sounds great. Welcome, friends. And now I need to fix this again. Yup, that's crazy. It doesn't look right? Main cam solo. Viewer count. Why are you in this? You should be outside of that. You should be up there somewhere. Almost done, folks. Just tweaking things. Trying to get things to line up a certain way. Okay. That should be way smaller. Should be unlocked. We need to unlock this shit before we can move it. Making progress. Don't fall asleep, Xbox. We're about to launch. It's still way too big, huh? We should have shrunk this a little bit first. There we go. There's the background. There we go. Welcome, 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 viewers from around the world. I am your host, the incorrigible Mr. Zeppo, and my webcam finally looks as intended. Huzzah! Lock that shit down and let's get to it. Raw feed. Going silent mode so I can just enjoy the game without a headset on. And then we'll chat. Oh, we should probably do TikTok roll call first. Join me in the... Sorry, I just looked up and I was scratching my head and I was just like, wow, I look silly. But my head was itchy. Just a little bit, just a little scratchy scratch. Not itchy in a scary way, just, you know, common scratch. Dry skin. Welcome to the theater of your imagination. That was DJZ Tribal Robot. Dances. Dance. Dancing? Dance. Just dance. Thank you, DJZ. Beautiful. That was gorgeous. And thank you to all the people that make that possible vis-a-vis the redacted music maker app, name redacted. I forgot to add the camera here, but at least DJ's there. Hello, camera. Let's add the video capture device. There I am. Greetings, friends. Hello, I am your host, making final adjustments and/or ongoing, perpetually under construction adjustments to my live stream show. Oh wow, you couldn't even see me wave on TikTok. Hold on a second. That's funny. I had not looked up until you heard me say wow. I hadn't looked up yet. Welcome to the show. I am weird. I am already aware of that. You saying that to me is not the burn nor the quote own that you might be telling yourself it is. I assure you. That goes out to all my devoted naysayers on social media. Pin on the cork board. Join me on social media by finding all of my platforms by clicking on solo.to/Mr. Zeppo. And now, without further ado, insert name of game here. Off we go. Because I think I fixed all the main things we're going to use. So, I shall now proceed to mute both microphones so I can enjoy the onboarding loud and headset free with my beautiful badass insert name of redacted speaker company here. I'll see you inside the Animus simulation gaming environment.